We are live here at the campus of Glenwood as we have got an incredible matchup today for you. The Opelika Bulldogs taking on the Glenwood Gators here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll have the starting lineups, the national anthem, the invocation, and we'll have the start of this game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We are ready to go here at Glenwood. It's Opelika. It is Glenwood. The Lady Gators are 2-0 on the season. As your starting lineup is Emerson White, Mimi Johnson, Clara Crisco, Bobby Taylor Brazil, and Claire Graham. Emerson White is ready to tip things off. And we are underway. And the first bucket by Opelika. It is 2-0. Graham with it. Top of the key to White. And that's going to be an over and back violation by Glenwood. Mitchell, inside to Black. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Graham. Here comes Crisco. Just running the court. Being guarded, bounce pass to Brazil. Inside, nice pass to Mimi Johnson. Off the glass, gets her own rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. It will stay right here with the Lady Gators. The starters for Opelika, Mitchell, Wack, Fears, Pitts, and Bulger. Crisco. Graham, spin move, in the paint. Oh, what a dive by Emerson White to get the second chance points, second chance effort. Graham, bounce pass to White. White puts up a shot off the glass. Brazil gets fouled and the bucket. Good effort by Glenwood, getting the offensive rebound and able to get the second chance points. And Bobby Taylor Brazil will go to the line for this three-point play. And she makes it. So it's 3-2. Almost stolen. And Mitchell for Opelika takes it across the timeline and drives, puts up a floater off the glass. It rolls in. Opelika retakes the lead. It is now 4-3. Johnson being guarded by Black. Bounce pass and a turnover. Here comes the Lady Bulldogs. Oh, almost stolen. That's going to go out of bounds. That was intended for Bolger. Bolger over to Mitchell. Thought about it, and she traveled. It'll be the first turnover of the game for the Lady Bulldogs. It will be Glenwood basketball, trailing 4-3 here on this Thanksgiving week afternoon basketball game. The kids are on Thanksgiving break here at Glenwood. We appreciate everybody here in the gymnasium joining us and watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Oh, here comes Mimi Johnson trying to go coast to coast, puts up a shot. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Jones. And here comes Opelika pushing up the floor. Mitchell quickly double teams. Passes it to Williams. Fires a three. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Pitts. And we got ourselves a timeout. Opelika leads by a score of 6-4. As we'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back here to Glenwood. It is 7-3, the score. Opelika on top. Bounce pass to Johnson. Mimi Johnson gets fouled. Coming up, we've got the Opelika Bulldogs and the Glenwood Gators boys team. Glenwood, their first year in the AHSAA. They've already played Notasulga, and they've already played Horseshoe Bend. They are 2-0 on the season. Give it up to Johnson, top of the key. Over to Brazil. Crisco being defended by Bolger. Back out to Graham. Over to Johnson. Johnson driving the lane. Johnson got fouled. Five minutes left to go. And coming into the game for Opelika is Zion Fears. There's Brazil. No good. Rebounded by Mimi Johnson. And it gets stolen. Up Johnson with a dive, getting it right back. Graham fighting for the ball. What are they going to call? Is that going to be a jump ball? Yes, it will. That possession arrow is going to stay right here with Glenwood. The Glenwood Lady Gators, coached by Hall of Famer Dusty Perdue. The defending AISA state champions. Emerson White, shot. Kind of the same spot she hit that big shot in the state championship game against Lee Scott. Here comes Opelika, up 7-3. And we got a foul. That's an offensive foul on Opelika. Monica Wack. Here comes Mimi Johnson, her second year on the Glenwood program, coming from Panama City. And she puts it up. And is now 7-6. Opelikas, they go fast. And that was out of bounds. And it's going to be Glenwood basketball. They're saying it is 7-5. There's Johnson. Over to Crisco. Crisco, top of the key. That was intended for Graham. It's going to go out of bounds, and Opelika will get possession of the basketball once again. Not a whole lot of action this Thanksgiving break. We do have Columbus up in the LaGrange Classic. The Lady Blue Devils and Blue Devils up taking on the Grangers and Lady Grangers. Oh, that's out of play. And Glenwood once again with the possession, down 7-5 here in the first quarter. Johnson takes it across the timeline. Swings it over to Graham. Nice pass to Claire Crisco inside for the lane and the shot. Good assist by Claire Graham, seeing her teammate, and we are tied at 7. There's a three-point attempt by Opelika. It rattles in and out, rebounded by Crisco. And here come Glenwood, trying to take the lead here in the first. Johnson, top of the key, swings over to Graham, near side. Graham, nice pass inside to Crisco. We're going to get a foul on Opelika. That is going to be free throws coming up for Claire Crisco. And she misses the first. Barber coming into the game for Opelika. And she misses both. Opelika trying to move fast. Top of the key, three-point attempt off the arc by Mitchell, but an offensive rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. Being guarded by Johnson, splitting the defenders, puts up a finger roll, no good, rebounded by Graham. And Glenwood has another opportunity to take the lead. Looking for the screen by Graham. Johnson splits the defenders, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Bobby Taylor Brazil, no good. Johnson with a rebound and gets fouled. Second chance effort by the Glenwood Lady Gators, crashing the boards. We're going to get our first sub of the game. As Lily Moody ready to check in. Misses the first. Yeah, they have not hit a free throw yet. As we are still tied at 7. Glenwood 2-0 on the season, beating Notasulga and Horseshoe Bend on the road. As that foul shot is good, it is 8-7 Glenwood with their first lead of the game, and we got ourselves a timeout. Quite a crowd here for Thanksgiving week. All the kids are in school, but still a packed gymnasium, and the fans from Opelika making the trip down 431 to be here. This is going to be just a special rivalry to come, as Glenwood in the AHSAA getting ready to take on a lot of schools in the area. Nice rebound, Glenwood with an 8-7 lead. Pushing the court. Johnson driving the lane. Back out. Emerson White for three. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Graham. And that was a clean block, no foul. Jump ball. Looks like it's going to go back to Opelika. 2:04 left to go here in this game. This is Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, and it's stolen by Mimi Johnson. Johnson with a fast break and then gets it taken away. Here come Opelika on a fast break. Thought about the three. She's going to let one fly off the front of the iron. No good. Offensive rebound. Pulling it up is Whack. Top of the key. Jones for three. Money. Opelika with a 2-point lead. Johnson being guarded by Jones, puts up a floater, no good, rebounded. And White gets fouled and will go to the line. So Glenwood has a chance to tie it. That was a good offensive rebound by Lily Moody. Emerson White with 1:17 left to go. And she makes the first. Glenwood trails by 1. Coming into the game is Claire Hargrove. Called a couple of basketball games with her dad. Big shout out to Wes Hargrove. White. Yeah, speaking of calling games, also Emerson White's dad, Matthew White, called the championship game with me. Of course, her older brother, Cam White, plays at Huntington College. Opelika up by 1. Oh, we got some extracurricular activities there. That's looking like that's going to be a – they're not going to call that. Won't call a foul. Just wondering why that was not a team foul and Glenwood not shooting foul shots. Claire Graham getting ready to inbounds this ball. With 1:07 left to go. Hargrove. Graham swings it over to Crisco. Crisco driving lane, puts up a floater, no good. And pulling down that rebound was Whack. And here comes the Opelika Lady Bulldogs. In one of the toughest regions in 7A. They got to play Central, Smith Station, and Auburn. Good luck facing those area teams. There's a three-pointer. No good. Gets her own rebound. Oh, that's going to be a backcourt violation. 17 seconds left to go here in the first. Opelika still on top, 10-9 over the Lady Gators. This might be the final play for Glenwood. Crisco. Moody. White, top of the key. 3 seconds. 2. Can't get it off. And that's how the first quarter ends. The Opelika Lady Bulldogs lead Glenwood 10-9 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back after this. Start of the second quarter here at Glenwood School. Opelika leads the Lady Gators 10-9 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I know that Chris and I wish everybody out there a happy Thanksgiving. I know we're about to go eat some turkey in a couple of days. Don't forget, we've got a great game, 2 games tomorrow. Central Talbotton taking on Kendrick. That's going to start at 6 p.m. with the girls. Johnson, he's just being harassed. Over to White. There were no shot clock in Alabama. Johnson, nice pass to Bobby Taylor. Brazil gets her own rebound. Off the glass, no good. Graham with a rebound and gets fouled. Claire Graham is going to go to the line to try to put Glenwood up by 1. Glenwood 2-0 on the season. The Opelika girls 1-5. Graham misses the first. Was talking to Van Riggs last night, seeing if he got some information. He is the voice of the Opelika Bulldogs. They will be calling the area games when they play Smith Station, Auburn, and Central. We're definitely going to see Opelika in this area playing all the teams in the Chattahoochee Valley. There's Mitchell. Pass to Pitts. No good. Rebounded by Wack. And Wack puts it up. And it's a 12-10 lead for Opelika. Here's Johnson. Guarded by Pitts. Crisco has the open lane. Passes to Graham, and it's stolen. There's a fast break. Mitchell. And she got fouled. Lyric Mitchell, the floor general for the Opelika Lady Bulldogs. Led by their head coach, Blake Smalley. Mitchell wide open for 3, and it's hits. And that's the largest lead of the game for Opelika. They lead 15-10. Great shot by Mitchell. And here comes Johnson. Over to Graham. Emerson White, top of the key, guarded by Mitchell, swings it over to Johnson. Johnson driving the lane. You're a little Euro step. No good, and that is going to be a rebound by Mitchell. She wanted to run the floor. They didn't have the numbers. Now she resets the offense. Oh, almost stolen. Pitts. And that almost stolen again. That it is. Here comes Johnson. It's a 2-on-1. Johnson, Euro step, off the glass. Good! Mimi Johnson with that Euro step. And it's a 15-12 Opelika lead and almost a steal. Good job swatting that one away. Mitchell. Top of the key to Pitts. Drives the lane off the glass. She'll get fouled. We'll go to the line for 2. We've got a busy week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's not as busy as normal weeks because it is Thanksgiving, but we will have the Muskogee County Coaches Show on Wednesday, the CVCC Coaches Show. By the way, I did forget to mention CVCC is playing today, later today at 5. And we've got a special Friday edition, Hardaway Calvary. That's going to be Friday now. Of course, Carver is taking on Pierce County. We're not going to be able to live stream that, but Carver, once again, hosting a quarterfinal matchup. Pitts makes 1 of 2 at 16-12. Here comes Johnson. Guarded by Pitts. Johnson puts up a left-handed shot, no good. Brazil saves it to Emerson White. Puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Pitts. Here comes Opelika on a fast break. Pitts over to Garner. Garner back to Pitts, fires a 3. And airmails it out of play, Glenwood basketball. Johnson. Crisco has an open lane. Mid-range jumper off the glass, no good. Brazil with their offensive rebound and off the glass and in. But she has stepped up this year as the post player. She was the backup last year to TK Davis, but she was able to step up, get some valuable minutes as a starter. And that's back to Glenwood. They have a chance to tie the game. The defending AISA champions making their AHSAA debut have already taken on Notasulga and Horseshoe Bend. Some of the teams on the schedule this year, besides area play with Beulah, Dadeville, and Lee Scott, got Lynette on the schedule. They'll also be in a Christmas tournament. Crisco being guarded by Pitts. Crisco with an open lane gets fouled. And that foul is going to be on number 5, Zion Fears. And Clara Crisco is going to go to the line for 2. She was one of the role players on the championship team last year. Made some good plays and coming off the bench. Sometimes she did start. Remember, they lost 3 starters from that championship team that went on to graduate. TK Davis, Anna Grace Griggs, and Olivia Slocum. And they are playing without Hallie Palmore. And notice she is not in the game. Pitts. And little tussling there in the post. It's going to be a foul on Crisco. It'll be a non-shooting foul. She was looking for Mitchell and does find Mitchell. Swings it over to Pitts, makes a move. Bounce pass, inside, whack. Gets it blocked. But that will be a foul on Glenwood once again. Opelika's largest lead was 5. They lead 16-14. Glenwood did have the lead for a little bit as Claire Hargrove comes into the game. Coach Purdue has a young team, a lot of newcomers on the team. But the starters saw a lot of valuable minutes last year. As Barber comes into the game for Opelika. Barber got it stolen. Hargrove with the steal. Here's Crisco, 3-on-2, and that's going to be a foul on Gardner. And we'll go ahead and take a break here with 4:13 left to go here in the second. Opelika leads Glenwood 16-14 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors.
Anytime Thrift Behringer takes a sip of that Starry, it's my cue to come back on the air. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Glenwood with the ball. Hargrove getting ready to inbounds it. Claire Crisco is all right. White, bounce pass, got it stolen, and then tipped away. And it actually was off. That was off of Pitts, and it's going to be Glenwood ball. Just didn't really control the dribble. And Emerson White was one of the top players on the volleyball team that made the playoffs for Coach Kayla Strength, who is in attendance today. And there's Hargrove, top of the key, looking for a teammate. Finds number 23, that's Ava Burns. White And just diving into the bench is Pitts. 3:45 left to go here until halftime. Opelika's had the lead for the majority of the game. Here's Burns. Burns, nice pass to Bobby Taylor Brazil, but that's going to be a foul. And Brazil going to go to the line for two. We appreciate everybody watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll have CVCC later this afternoon. Approximately 10 minutes away from Sports Visions with Britt Behringer, DJ Jones. Smooth RB 92.1. And she makes one of two. It's a 16-15 lead for Opelika. Well, Mitchell, and she traveled. 3:30 left to go here until halftime. Clara Crisco is back in the game. That's a good sign. I love being up here on the steps where we're calling the games, but you can't get too excited because you don't want to fall backwards because there are steps up here. There's a shot. Oh, what a shot. That was number 14, Claire Hargrove, with a big shot to put Glenwood up 17-16. There's a three-point attempt, no good. Rebounded by Hargrove. 3 minutes to go. Crisco driving the floor. Trapped by two defenders. Hargrove drives, off the glass and into Lily Moody. What a pass by Claire Hargrove. Glenwood with a 3-point lead. Hargrove with the defense on Pitts. Johnson takes it back out. Garner hits the floor, gonna get fouled. Looks like we'll be shooting foul shots. Also, Chris Gates up here with me, producer extraordinaire. I know he's a lot to be thankful for on Thanksgiving. Mainly those football matchups, right, Chris? Especially the main course is going to be the Lions. When was the last time you saw that? Man. I'm looking forward to seeing the Detroit Lions before we even start eating Thanksgiving. And she misses both of them. Over to Hargrove. Glenwood could extend their lead. It's 19-16. Crisco got it stolen. Garner, nice pass inside to Williams, up and in. That was off a turnover. An easy basket for Opelika. They cut the lead to 1. Crisco over to White. Thought about the 3. Wide over to Crisco. Crisco, nice pass to Moody. Moody, rebounded by Brazil, gets fouled. Bobby Taylor Brazil is going to go to the line for 2. Don't forget, later on in the season, we'll start having the Glenwood Gators Coaches Show with Coach Dusty Perdue. Probably get Noah Shelton to host that. As Noah Shelton, a proud Glenwood alumni, class of 2020, went to Alabama. He's a rising star for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I love hearing him on the call. For Glenwood and Calvary, he's just an outstanding play-by-play announcer. As Brazil makes them both, it's a 3-point lead for the Lady Gators. There's a three-pointer off the glass, no good by Johnson. That is going to be rebounded by Moody, but it went out of bounds, and Glenwood lost the ball. Opelika down by 3 with 1:39 left. Williams, top of the key to Garner. Garner almost lost her dribble, splits the defenders, was falling backwards. Pitts for 3, rattles in, and ties the game. As Tyra Pitts, second three-pointer of the game, almost got it stolen and does. A good steal by Johnson. Johnson coast to coast and will be fouled. Basket will not count. 1:14 left to go here in the half, and Opelika has a chance to regain the lead. This has been a back-and-forth game. A lot of lead changes. Opelika in the first quarter led for most of the way. And Johnson to the line, and it's a 22-21 Opelika lead. Don't forget, we've got the Glenwood Gators taking on the Opelika Bulldogs. Approximately 5 o'clock. Both shots are good by Johnson. We saw some of the players from Opelika in the CB Hoops Perfect Practice Fall League. There's White, pass to Hargrove. Got to be careful, and she ended up losing the ball, and that is going to be a jump ball. A good job by Hargrove to get the jump ball. Maybe Johnson checking back into the game. Valuable minutes for Claire Hargrove. Glenwood could just be patient with this. Down by 2. Looking for White. White back over to Johnson. Johnson driving the lane, double teamed, passes it off to Moody. Moody gets fouled. 39 seconds left to go until the half. Lily Moody will go to the line for 2. And misses. Rory Dunbar checking in for the Lady Gators. And misses them both. And Moody with the steal. Pass to Johnson. Johnson, no good, rebounded by Johnson. 29 seconds. Fires up a shot off the glass, no good. Here comes Opelika on a fast break. Johnson all the way to the rack, and it's a 4-point lead for Opelika. 18 seconds. Johnson takes it across the timeline. Looking for a screen. Trying to help out. Burns. Got it stolen by Johnson, and that is the first half. Opelika's strong defense to close out that first half. Lead Glenwood 25-21. As we'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Zaxby's, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Pepsi. And we'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're at halftime. Opelika leads Glenwood 25-21. The story of that game was Tyra Pitts, a couple of threes. Johnson had a couple of steals, good fast break plays. Mitchell with it. Opelika has the ball. Over to Garner. Inside to Wack. Wack puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded by Brazil. Here comes Johnson pushing the floor. So I was told, because this is my first Glenwood game I'm broadcasting this year, that Haley Palmore is out for the season. She did injure her leg in the Notasulga game to start the season. So wish her a speedy recovery, and she'll be back next year. That's a huge loss for Coach Purdue. One of the top players on last year's team. But she is here, and she's just rooting on the Lady Gators. Oh, what a block, but that's a foul. Brazil with the block, but the ref is going to call the foul. And to the line is Tyra Pitts. One of the top players for Opelika this year. Off to a slow start. They are 1-5. Pitts misses the first. Opelika having to play Central, Auburn, and Smith Station in one of the toughest areas in 7A. As Pitts makes one of two. It's 26-21. This is the matchup we've all wanted to see, as Glenwood taking on a 7A school in the AHSAA. A spin move. Oh, she almost traveled. Off the glass, no good. That's going to be free throws coming up for Monica Wack. And Opelika has a chance to extend their largest lead of the game. Foul shot no good. So far, Glenwood 2-0 on the season. Misses both, but an offensive rebound off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Graham. That was an offensive rebound by Jones. Graham ended up getting the board on the miss. White over to Graham in the corner. Passes it to White and lost it. Oh, now Crisco gets it, and then they're just fighting for it. Wack comes up with the ball. Over to Garner. Garner passes to Mitchell. Mitchell fires a three. No good. Rebounded by White. Emerson White takes it over to Mimi Johnson. I think that is going to be an 8-second violation. The ref is going to discuss it with both coaches just to make sure everybody is familiar with the rules here in the AHSAA. And they started counting down as well. So here's what we got on the schedule for Glenwood. Looking at the upcoming schedule for the Lady Gators. Next Tuesday, they are back here at Glenwood taking on Notasulga. Friday, December the 6th, they are taking on Lynette. The first area game will be Saturday, December the 7th against Beulah. And that actually wasn't an 8-second violation. I think it might have been a warning. Graham, and lost it. Another turnover for Glenwood. And Pitts comes up with a steal. She has been fantastic in this game for Opelika. Garner, Pitts, top of the key. Thought about the three. Guarded by Crisco. Mitchell dribbles. Lob pass stolen by Emerson White. She was trying to find her teammate, and nothing but white jerseys corrals the basketball, and it's going to be a turnover. Emerson White over to Brazil. off the glass and in. Bobby Taylor, Brazil, cuts the lead to 3. It's 26-23, Opelika. And then December the 10th, there's a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Graham. Over to Crisco. And what a steal by Pitts, but Crisco ends up coming back with it. Just couldn't control it. Passes in the corner. Three-pointer. Johnson rattles in, and Glenwood ties the game. We are knotted up at 26 apiece. What a shot by Mimi Johnson in the corner. Pitts, Garner, whack, Garner. Stolen by Glenwood. Crisco, that's going to be a foul. So looking at the future games on the schedule for Glenwood, December the 10th, they are going to be up at Opelika, up at Lynette, December the 13th, taking on Valley, December the 16th, and then they got the King of Smokies tournament on the 19th and 20th, and they'll be home in time for the Border Wars. Anyway, 4:46 left to go in the third. It's Opelika 26, Glenwood 26. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing Starry?
Love that Starry commercial. Thrift taking a sip really makes me thirsty for Starry. It's 4:46 left to go here in the third. 26-26. Crisco out of play. Who's that off of? It's Opelika ball. There's a lot of bodies on the floor trying to tip that pass and go in opposite directions. That was a big three by Mimi Johnson to tie the game. Driving that baseline. Pitts off the glass and in. What a game Tyra Pitts has had for Opelika. They will be battle tested. They will have to play Central, Auburn, and Smith Station. That is a gauntlet of an area schedule. Crisco fires a three. No good. Nice rebound by Emerson White off the glass and in. What hustle by Emerson White. Remember, she had a big shot in the championship game against Lee Scott. Oh, stolen by Clara Crisco. Glenwood could take the lead. Crisco gets fouled. Clara Crisco will go to the line for two. As I'm making my broadcast debut for Glenwood basketball, I just want to say shout out to Thrift and Noah from Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I hope I make you proud. I know you're a proud alum of Glenwood. Thrift played basketball at Glenwood, and I don't want to get the year wrong, but it was like 2010-ish. Noah graduated from Glenwood in 2020, went on to go to the University of Alabama, and had a bright broadcasting career so far. He's called games with me with the Columbus Chattahoots, and really is his big thing was calling the Glenwood Championship 2 years ago in Montgomery for Beam. We appreciate Noah and being one of the voices of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay right here with Opelika. Glenwood with a 2-point lead, trying to stay undefeated. They are 2-0 on the season with wins over Notasulga and Horseshoe Bend. That's a foul. And Jones is going to go to the line for two. 3:19 left to go here in the third. Jones makes the first. And checking back into the game is Rory Dunbar. As we've got a packed gymnasium here at the pit. No good, but an offensive rebound and a foul. Williams comes up a little hobbled, but a good effort getting the rebound, and Opelika with a chance to regain the lead. This has been a back and forth game. What a fantastic contest between the Gators and the Bulldogs. Playing for the very first time is Glenwood, making its debut this season in the AHSAA. We saw some of the teams Glenwood got to face in volleyball, including Central and some of the schools in Columbus. I know we're excited about future opponents on this schedule for basketball. That's going to be a lane violation. Glenwood gets the ball. That's a tough break for Opelika. Opelika 1-5 on the season. Their only win was to Lafayette. They've had to face Russell County. They lost to Russell County twice. Dothan, Benjamin Russell, Northside. Emerson White for three. No good. And that's going to be rebounded by Opelika. And that's too far. Too far to get it. Glenwood gets the ball back. Yeah, you talk about Opelika is 1-5, but they have played a lot of tough teams, including we know what Russell County could do, but with what Ricky Jones has done there. We know Jarquella Woods at Northside. They lost to Northside on the 19th. As Crisco, no good, rebounded by White. Baseline, White, spin move, Johnson for three, no good. And here comes Opelika with a chance to regain the lead. Here comes Pitts. Williams and Johnson. Timeout on the floor. Glenwood leads Opelika 30-29 with 2:14 left to go here in the third. And we'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing Sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC.
We are back here at Glenwood. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You know, Chris, I think next time we need to do a little turkey icon on the scoreboard like they do on the national broadcasts. Here we go, Opelika. Three-pointer. No good. And getting the rebound, no good. And Jones gets another rebound, can't get it. They hit the floor. We got a jump ball. That was maximum effort. I know I just did a Deadpool reference. Maximum effort there by Opelika as Glenwood gets the possession on the jump ball. I was waiting for that too. All right, 2:02 left to go. Mimi Johnson crossed the timeline. Splits the defenders, passes it to White, baseline. Emerson White being guarded by Pitts. Good defense by Pitts. It's going to stay right here with Glenwood. As you can see, the bleacher creatures, that's the fan base, the student section. This place is called the Pit. Where'd Chris go? Tipped, gets it back. Swings it over to Johnson. Opelika swarming defense. You got to just be careful splitting the defenders. They are quick. They've got a lot of awareness. And nothing comes easy with Opelika. I mean, you've got to, it's all about really just strong play design and to try to get buckets because Opelika will make you work for your points. And they got the possession ready to see what they do here, possibly taking the lead. Fierce with it. Thought about the three. Williams, three. It's good. Opelika regains the lead, 32-30. Johnson being guarded by Williams. White fires a three. In front of the iron. Oh, gets her own rebound, spin move. And she is going to get fouled. Nope, she traveled. I was waiting for the ref to actually give the traveling signal, and because it looked like he was putting his hands up to call a foul, but they'll be going back to Opelika, trying to close out this third quarter. Three-pointer, and that hits Opelika on a 5-0 run. That was Barber with a big three. Opelika back to a 5-point lead. Johnson, Crisco. It's going to stay right here with Glenwood. And looking forward to seeing how Glenwood plays in 3A. And this is a 7A school they are facing. But once they take on 3A opponents, we'll get an idea as that's going to go out of play and Opelika getting the ball back. And the Opelika fan base cheering on their Opelika Lady Bulldogs making that trip down here. By the way, we are brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC up in Opelika. And that, oh, what a play. Trying to get the rebound is Brazil. And that will end the third quarter, but Opelika comes out strong. They do a good job closing out quarters. They lead the Lady Gators 35-30, and we'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do.
I graduated from CVCC
and without business
with
like
my associates
Buffalo
in
Rock,
medical
we wouldn't be able to go
assistant,
cover
and I
softball,
received my
volleyball games,
certification
every type of
from
high school
CVCC.
sport you can think of, local college games,
The
and
training that I got
professional.
from CVC
So thank you to
and
those
being
businesses
prepared
that
to
support
come
us,
and do
and
clinicals
specifically
helped
Buffalo
tremendously.
Rock. And next time you're
I
watching
started
the
looking at
Georgia Alabama Sports Live
scholarships, and the
broadcast
ambassador
after a
scholarship is
nice
interesting to
long
me
day,
because you didn't
why not
get
enjoy it
to
with a
earn
nice
your
refreshing
scholarship
story?
when you meet people. My favorite part about my job
The
is
best
meeting
lemon lime
patients
soda
every day.
around.
They
Thank you to
will
Sorry and
crack me
Buffalo
up
Rock
every day.
for our partnership on Georgia
They make
Alabama
my day
Sports Live.
better.
Georgia
I would
Alabama Sports
recommend
Live wants to say
CVCC
thank you to
to
one of our
anyone
presenting
that
sponsors,
asks because
Buffalo
of
Rock,
the scholarships,
and their
the
partnership with
teachers,
everything
the
that we
small
do.
stuff that
And without
you
business
can't get
like
at a
Buffalo
university.
Rock,
They
we
actually
wouldn't be able to
take the
go
time
cover
for
softball,
each student.
volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those
My name
businesses that
is
support us,
Quintia
and
Perry, and
specifically
this is my
Buffalo Rock.
CVCC
And next
story.
time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast,
I've
after a
graduated
nice
from
long day,
CVCC
why
with
not
my
enjoy it with a nice
associates in medical
refreshing story?
assistant, and I received my certification.
Welcome back here to Glenwood School. Start of the fourth quarter, Opelika leading the Lady Gators 35-30. And the Lady Bulldogs are going to get possession pass over to Pitts. Johnson. And stolen by Crisco. What a steal. Going coast to coast. Puts up a shot. No good. Johnson with the rebound. Graham. Crisco. Three-pointer. Rattles in and out. Rebounded by Wack. No good. Rebounded by Johnson. And another turnover. A big steal. And then gets it right back. Pass to Brazil. Off the glass. No good. Graham with the rebound. Johnson with it. Passes over to Crisco. Crisco for three. Front of the iron, no good. Chasing it down is Emerson White, trying to save it. They're going fast, and stolen by White. Graham, tipped. Stolen once again by Fears. Opelika trying to slow it down. Body's hitting the floor. Graham with it. Crisco, one-on-one. Up and fouled. Somebody had to stop that sequence of both teams just playing sloppy with the turnovers. I think it just calms their nerves. But Glenwood trying to cut into this lead. And misses it. Lily Moody checks into the game. Crisco makes one of two. 35-31. Here with 6:32 left to go. Stolen by Moody. Moody, Crisco. It's good. And Glenwood trails by two. Let's see if they can try to get the full court press to force a turnover. And that's going to be a foul. And going to the line is Monica Wack. With 6:15 left to go, Wack has a chance to extend this lead. And misses. Zion Fears coming into the game for the Lady Bulldogs. Claire Graham checking back into the game for Glenwood. Misses them both. Rebounded by Brazil. Glenwood could tie it with a two. Johnson splits the defenders. Back out top of the key. Looking for White. White passes it to Johnson. Double teamed. Wide open is Crisco. Top of the key for three. Front of the iron, no good. Goes out of bounds. Opelika ball. Crisco is wide open. You got to take those shots. Especially if Opelika is going to leave you wide open, you've got to take advantage. This is a tough, gritty, defensive team that is scrappy. They actually hustle for loose balls. They will get in your face, and they will also play physical. It's a 2-on-1, deflected, pass, whack. She'll go to the line for two. 5:38 left to go here in the game. It's Opelika and Glenwood for the very first time in school history. In basketball. I don't know if they played in any of those sports. I know people were like looking at me like, are you sure? I believe I'm sure. Glenwood has been in the AISA their entire existence until this year. You could see in this gymnasium a ton of AISA championship banners. Misses both, and Glenwood has another opportunity to tie it with a 2 or possibly take the lead with a 3. Here's Johnson. Back over to Crisco. White inside to Brazil. Blocked by Wack. And Brazil's going to go to the line for 2. .523 left to go. Coming up, we've got the undefeated Glenwood Gators taking on the Opelika Bulldogs, the 7A school out of Alabama, in one of the toughest regions in the entire state. Areas. They call it areas in basketball. Johnson. Bounce pass to Graham. Graham blocked by Wack. Out of play. It's going to stay right here with Glenwood. What a post player that Monica Wack is. Just a couple of blocks. She has been defending the post for the Lady Bulldogs. Johnson thought about the 3. Trying to get the screen from Crisco. Guarded by Johnson. And we got a lane violation. Huge turnover that's going to go back to Opelika. We're trying to sort this out. Don't forget, tomorrow, we've got the Kendrick Cherokees and Lady Cherokees. Coach Andre Dye was featured on the Muskogee County Coaches Show, which is going to air on Wednesday. They are taking on Central Talbotton, which, by the way, Central Talbotton making their Georgia Alabama Sports Live debut in any sport. We've never called a Central Talbotton game. They got one of the top players in the state, according to Sandy Spell. Thought about getting it over to Pitts. Pitts being guarded by Johnson. Remember, no shot clock in Alabama. Pitts, three-point attempt. Johnson, no good. Gets her own rebound. Mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Stenson and fouled. And Stenson is going to go to the line to try to extend this Opelika lead. And misses. Opelika has missed their last 5 free throw attempts. These could be huge. It's keeping Glenwood in this game. And misses on both, but they get the offensive rebound. Jones, no good. Brazil, another rebound. She has got to have at least 10 rebounds. She has been tremendous on the boards today. Johnson over to White. Swings over to Crisco. Bounce pass to Graham. Graham hits the floor, gets fouled. So the kids are out of school this week. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. So we've got a very special afternoon basketball game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We got a packed gym. All the Opelika fans making the trip down and Glenwood fans packing the gym. They may not be in school, but they'll be at this game. We appreciate everybody watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and a happy Thanksgiving. As we got a timeout, 4:22 left to go. Opelika leads Glenwood 35-33. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do.
From CVCC
and without business
with
like
my associates
Buffalo
in
Rock,
medical
we wouldn't be able to go
assistant,
cover
and I
softball,
received my
volleyball games,
certification
every type of
from
high school
CVCC.
sport you can think of, local college games,
The
and
training that I got
professional.
from CVC
So thank you to
and
those
being
businesses
prepared
that
to
support
come
us,
and do
and
clinicals
specifically
helped
Buffalo
tremendously.
Rock. And next time you're
I
watching
started
the
looking
Georgia
at
Alabama Sports Live
scholarships, and the
broadcast
investor
after a
scholarship is
nice
interesting
long
to me
day,
because you didn't
why not
get
enjoy it
to
with a
earn
nice refreshing
your
story?
scholarship and you meet people. My favorite part about my job
The
is
best-
Glenwood with the ball, down by 2. Graham. And that was miscommunication. She was looking for Johnson. I think she was trying to cut to the basket. And Opelika with possession. Opelika's 1-5, but they're not playing like a 1-5 team. They've had a tough schedule. Of course, when you play in 7A, you play a bunch of tough opponents. They've lost 2 games to Russell County, lost to Northside. They've lost to Dothan and Benjamin Russell. Inside to Wack, and she puts it off the glass and in. Monica Wack extends this Opelika lead to 4. Johnson over to White. White, Crisco. Got a foul on Opelika. The Opelika Bulldogs, they are in 7A. They're just up the road, just outside of Auburn. Also the home to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. So we appreciate all them up there watching us, supporting what we do. There's White over to Crisco. Over to Graham. Back over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. No good. That's going to be rebounded by Wack. What a big rebound by Opelika. They could start to slow it down up by 4. Trying to get the – oh, what a play. I thought that was going to be stolen, but Johnson puts it up. Jones puts it up, rather. It's the largest lead of the game for Opelika with 3:20 left to go. Over to White. Crisco. There's just no space as Opelika's defense is swarming. There is nothing open. Nothing's coming easy for Glenwood. So we got Lily Moody checking back into the game for Glenwood. I mean, Glenwood has faced a higher classification before. In the Summer League, they faced 6A Noonan, which is actually now in 5A. Wack off the glass and in. She has had an incredible game. Monica Wack, who has had block shots, rebounds, and has gotten 2 big buckets their last 2 possessions. And it's a 41-33 lead. Opelika looking to close out this game. Johnson gets it back. Stolen. Garner. It's a 4-on-1, and we've got too many steps. That is the classic double dribble. You don't really see a double dribble call that often in basketball, but when you're running down the floor and trying to dribble, sometimes you lose your footing. Glenwood catches a break. Big turnover by Opelika, and they get it right back. Crisco's got to fire up a 3. Crisco. Oh, what a play by Bobby Taylor Brazil. Right there off the glass and in. Glenwood needed that bucket. They have got to force a turnover. And that's going to be a foul. Opelika knows up by 6. They could just take time off this clock with no shot clock. And another big performer for the Lady Bulldogs, Tyra Pitts, is going to go the line for 2. Pitts misses the first. That's 6 foul shots missed in a row by Opelika. And she makes it. It's 42-35. Johnson across the timeline. 2:10 left to go. Crisco over to Johnson. White fires a 3. No good. And that's going to be out off Opelika. Glenwood catches a break. Minute 59 left to go. They need some buckets. And a steal by Opelika. That was Jones. Opelika wants a timeout. Coach Smalley wants to talk things over. 1:55 left in the game. Opelika leads Glenwood 42-35. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do.
I graduated from CVCC
and without business
with
like
my associates
Buffalo
in
Rock,
medical
we wouldn't be able to go
assistant,
cover
and I
softball,
received my
volleyball games,
certification
every type of
from
high school
CVCC.
sport you can think of, local college games,
The
and
training that I got
professional.
from CVC
So thank you to
and
those
being
businesses
prepared
that
to
support
come
us,
and do
and
clinicals
specifically
helped
Buffalo
tremendously.
Rock. And next time you're
I
watching
started
the
looking
Georgia
at
Alabama Sports Live
scholarships, and the
broadcast
ambassador
after a
scholarship was
nice
interesting to
long
me
day,
because you didn't
why not
get
enjoy it
to
with a
earn
nice, refreshing
your
story?
scholarship when you meet people. My favorite part
The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high.
Welcome back. 1:55. Pitts with it. Garner, whack. And Glenwood's going to have to play the foul game with 1:49 left to go. Otherwise, Opelika can hold on to the ball. One more foul, and Opelika will go to the line. Opelika is going to go to the line. As Monica Wack will shoot two. Opelika's football team having a great season, but they did lose to Hoover 32-29. They finished their year 9-3. How about the 7A championship? Here we go again. Central and Thompson. Tell me if you haven't heard that one before. Wack misses them both. And Glenwood with the ball, down by 7. Johnson driving the lane, puts up a floater and hits it. Mimi Johnson. Timeout Glenwood. They trail by 5 with 1:39 left to go. We're going to keep it here, Chris, because I think from this point on, Glenwood is going to play the foul game. Opelika's missed. They did make that one, but they have missed 9 out of their last 10 foul shots. Glenwood is going to start playing the foul game with 1:39. I strongly believe that. Don't forget, in approximately, 15 minutes, we got CVCC basketball. Robert Edmonds on the call. As we appreciate Robert, one of the many voices here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Another voice I want to give a shout out to was Mike Peacock. What an outstanding job calling that Calvary Christian Columbus games. Calvary almost pulled it off. They were down big against Columbus, sent it to overtime. Columbus is actually up in LaGrange today for the LaGrange Classic. Tomorrow we got Central Talbotton and Kendrick. First time visiting Kendrick's Gymnasium on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That's a big deal. They got to get a turnover here. Garner driving the lane. Back out. Jones. Almost stolen. Oh. Cobb gets it back. Or Pitts gets it back. Pitts off the glass and in. What a bucket. Tyra Pitts has been clutch for Opelika. Dunbar sets up a screen. Emerson White for 3. No good. Crisco with the rebound. Garner and Crisco collide. That's going to be a foul on Opelika with 58 seconds left to go. Claire Graham and Bobby Taylor Brazil is going to check into the game for the Lady Gators. Congratulations to the cheerleaders. Big shout out to Coach Mandy Hutchinson, state champions in 3A. How about that? Just want to make sure to give them a shout out. Claire Crisco, no good. What a save. Emerson White, foul. She's going to go to the line. Got to hit these with 52 seconds left to go. And the Glenwood Gators football team had a fantastic season as well. Just came up short against Alabama Christian Academy. But 9-1. What a season for Coach Ryan Nelson. Cannot wait for baseball season. Coach Tim Fanning's in the building. I know that as soon as that baseball schedule comes out, you know Georgia Alabama Sports Live is going to be there. White misses the first. .52 seconds left to go. She misses them both. That's going to be, looked like it was rebounded by Moody. Trying to save it. It's going to stay right here with Glenwood. It was touched by Opelika. 48 seconds left to go. It's definitely not over. Glenwood could get some big shots and then foul. Plenty of time to play the foul game. All the starters back in for Glenwood. Johnson looking for somebody in the post. We got a 5-second violation. It's going back to Opelika. Now you're going to have to foul and hope that Opelika misses because there's not a whole lot of time left. Trying to hope for a turnover, and that is a traveling violation on Opelika. That was on Johnson. So with 40 seconds left to go, Glenwood needs a bucket. Johnson. Graham, top of the key, inside to Brazil, lost it. It is stolen by Jones. And then there's the foul. Williams is going to go to the line for the Lady Bulldogs. 26 seconds left to go. Opelika trying to ice this game, get their second win of the season, and trying to push their record to 2-5. Here's some other games. They are in the Opelika Hoops Giving Classic against Enterprise and Lochapoka. Hey, I know that school. I called Lochapoka girls for the NFHS network. Big shout out to Damon Jones, the coach of Lochapoka. The Polka way is working, what WRBL's Jack Patterson says. Yeah, 1 of 2 made by Williams, 23 seconds. Johnson, double team, shot, no good. Rebounded by Monica Wack. But Glenwood's going to play hard. They are going to play hard until the buzzer. They're going to continue to foul. But what an effort by Glenwood, facing a 7A school. Opelika has been battle-tested. But Glenwood knows that they were right there just making the necessary plays to get the victory. And they're going to end up having their first loss of the season. But I've been so impressed with what the Lady Gators have done today. And that is no good by Pitts. Another foul shot missed. I mean, this could have been a 20-point lead by Opelika if they just can hit their foul shots. I know that their coach is probably going to tell them, let's work on those foul shots. It's 1 of 2. It's a 9-point lead. 12 seconds. Johnson, three-pointer. No good. That's 4 seconds left to go. And Glenwood will next face Notasulga. Back here Tuesday, December the 3rd. Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be there. And that will do it. The Opelika Lady Bulldogs come into the pit and get a 9-point victory over the Glenwood Lady Gators. Final score, 46-37. As we'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care, Zaxby's, Columbus State, CVCC, Pepsi. Thank you for tuning in. Get ready because we've got the Glenwood Gators and the Opelika Bulldogs boys team coming up here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be back in just a bit.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors,
Perry,
Buffalo
and
Rock,
CVCC
and their partnership
story.
with everything that we do. And without business
I've
like
graduated
Buffalo
from
Rock,
CVCC
we wouldn't be able to go
with my
cover
associate's
softball,
in
volleyball
medical
games,
assistant, and
every
I
type of high
received
school
my
sport you can think of,
certification
local
from
college games,
CVCC.
and professional. So thank you to those
The training
businesses
that I got
supporters,
from
and
CVC
specifically
and being prepared
Buffalo
to
Rock.
come and do
And next time
clinicals
you're
helped
watching a
tremendously.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast,
I started
after
looking
a
at
nice long
scholarships,
day,
and the ambassador
why not
scholarship
enjoy
was
it with a
interesting
nice,
to me
refreshing
because
sorry?
you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people.
The best
My
lemon lime
favorite part
soda
about
around.
my job
Thank
is
you to
meeting
Sorry
patients
and
every
Buffalo
day.
Rock
They
for our
will
partnership on
crack
Georgia
me
Alabama
up
Sports
every
Live.
day.
Georgia Alabama
They
Sports
make my
Live
day
wants to say
better.
thank you to one of our
I would
presenting
recommend
sponsors,
CVCC
Buffalo
to
Rock,
anyone
and
that
their
asks
partnership
because
with everything
of the
that we do.
scholarships, the
And without
teachers,
business
the
like
small
Buffalo
stuff that
Rock,
you
we wouldn't be able to
can't
go
get at
cover
a
softball,
university. They
volleyball
actually
games,
take the time
every
out
type
for
of high
each
school
student.
sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically
My name
Buffalo
is
Rock.
Quintia
And next
Perry,
time
and
you're
this is
watching
my
a Georgia Alabama
CVCC
Sports Live
story.
broadcast after a nice long day,
I've
why not enjoy it
graduated
with a
from
nice, refreshing
CVCC
sorry?
with my associate's in medical assistant, and I received my
The best lemon lime
certification
soda around.
from CVCC.
Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our
The
partnership
training that
on
I
Georgia
got
Alabama
from
Sports
CVC
Live.
and being
Georgia
prepared
Alabama
to
Sports
come
Live
and do
wants to say
clinicals
thank you to
helped
one of our
tremendously.
presenting sponsors,
I
Buffalo
started
Rock,
looking at
and
scholarships,
their
and the
partnership with
ambassador
everything
scholarship
that
was
we
interesting
do.
to me
And
because
without
you
business
did
like
events to earn
Buffalo Rock,
your
we wouldn't be able to
scholarship
go
and you
cover
meet
softball, volleyball
My
games,
favorite part
every
about my
type of high
job
school
is
sport you
meeting
can think of,
patients every
local
day.
college
They
games,
will
and professional.
crack me up every
So
day.
thank you to those businesses that
They make
support
my
us,
day
and
better.
specifically
I would
Buffalo
recommend
Rock.
CVCC
And next time you're
to
watching a
anyone
Georgia Alabama
that
Sports Live
asks
broadcast
because of the
after a nice
scholarships,
long
the
day,
teachers,
why not
the
enjoy
small
it with a
stuff
nice,
that you
refreshing sorry?
can't get at a university. They actually take the time out for each
The
student.
best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My
Georgia
name
Alabama
is
Sports
Quintia
Live wants to
Perry,
say
and
thank you
this
to
is
one of
my
our presenting
CVCC
sponsors,
story.
Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with
I've
everything that we
graduated
do.
from CVCC
And without business
with
like
my associate's
Buffalo
in
Rock,
medical
we wouldn't be able to
assistant,
go
and I
cover
received
softball,
my
volleyball games,
certification
every type
from
of high school
CVCC.
sport you can think of, local college games,
The training
and
that I got from
professional.
CVC
So thank you
and
to
being
those
prepared
businesses
to
that
come
support us,
and do
and
clinicals
specifically
helped tremendously.
Buffalo Rock. And next time you're
I started
watching
looking
a
at
Georgia Alabama Sports
scholarships,
Live
and the
broadcast
ambassador scholarship
after
was
a
interesting
nice
to me
long day,
because you did
why not
events
enjoy
to
it with a
earn
nice,
your
refreshing
scholarship
sorry?
and you meet people. My favorite part about my job is
Best
meeting
lemon lime
patients
soda
every day.
around.
They will
Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo
up
Rock
every day.
for our partnership on
They
Georgia
make my
Alabama
day
Sports
better.
Live. Georgia
I would
Alabama
recommend
Sports Live wants to say
CVCC
thank you
to
to one of our
anyone
presenting
that
sponsors,
asks because
Buffalo
of the
Rock,
scholarships,
and their
the
partnership
teachers,
with everything
the
that
small
we do.
stuff that
And
you
without
can't
business
get
like
at a university.
Buffalo Rock,
They
we
actually
wouldn't be
take
able
the
to go
time out
cover
for each
softball,
student.
volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those
My name
businesses
is
that support us,
Quintia
and
Perry, and
specifically
this is my
Buffalo Rock.
CVCC
And
story.
next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast
I've
after a
graduated
nice
from
long day,
CVCC with
why not
my
enjoy it with a
associate's
nice,
in medical
refreshing
assistant,
sorry?
and I received my certification from CVCC.
The best lemon lime soda around. Thank
The
you to
training
Sorry
that I
and
got from
Buffalo Rock
CVC
for our
and being
partnership
prepared
on
to
Georgia
come and do
Alabama Sports
clinicals
Live.
helped
Georgia
tremendously.
Alabama Sports Live wants to say
I
thank you
started
to one of
looking
our
at
presenting
scholarships,
sponsors,
and the ambassador
Buffalo
scholarship
Rock,
was interesting
and
to
their
me
partnership
because
with
you did
everything
events
that
to
we
earn
do. And
your
without
scholarship
business
and
like
you meet people.
Buffalo Rock, we
My
wouldn't be able
favorite
to
part
go
about
cover
my job
softball,
is
volleyball
meeting
games,
patients every
every
day.
type of
They
high school
will
sport you can think
crack
of,
me up
local
every
college
day.
games, and professional.
They make my day
So
better.
thank you to those
I would
businesses that
recommend
support us, and
CVCC
specifically
to anyone
Buffalo
that
Rock.
asks
And next time
because
you're
of
watching
the
a Georgia Alabama
scholarships,
Sports
the
Live
teachers,
broadcast
the
after a
small
nice
stuff
long
that
day,
you can't get
why not
at a
enjoy it with a nice,
university. They actually
refreshing
take
sorry?
the time out for each student.
The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our
My name
partnership
is
on Georgia
Quintia
Alabama Sports
Perry,
Live.
and this is my
Georgia Alabama
CVCC
Sports Live wants to
story.
say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo
I've
Rock,
graduated
and
from
their
CVCC
partnership with everything
with my
that we
associate's
do.
in
And
medical
without
assistant,
business
and
like
I received
Buffalo
my
Rock, we wouldn't be able to go
certification
cover
from
softball,
CVCC.
volleyball games, every type of high school
The
sport you
training
can
that I
think
got
of,
from
local
CVC
college
and
game
being prepared
and
to come
professional.
and do clinicals
So thank you
helped
to those
tremendously.
businesses that support us, and specifically
I started looking at
Buffalo Rock.
scholarships,
And
then
next time you're
investor
watching a
scholarships
Sports Alabama
interested to me
Sports Live
because
broadcast,
we did events
after a
to
nice
earn
long
your
day,
scholarship.
why not
We
enjoy it
meet
with a nice refreshing
My favorite
sorry?
part about my job is meeting patience every day, they will.
The best lemon lime soda
every
around.
day.
Thank you to Starry
They
and
make my
Buffalo
day
Rock
better.
for our partnership
I would
on
recommend
Georgia Alabama Sports
CVCC
Live.
to anyone
Georgia Alabama
that
Sports Live
asks
wants to say
because
thank you
of
to
the
one of our presenting
scholarships,
sponsors,
the teachers,
Buffalo
the
Rock,
small
and
stuff
their
that
partnership
you
with
can't
everything
get at
that
a
we
university.
do. And
They
without
actually take the
business
time
like
for each
Buffalo
student.
Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games,
My name
and
is
professional.
Quintia Perry,
So thank
and
you
this
to
is
those
my
businesses that
CVCC
support us, and
story.
specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're
I
watching the Georgia
graduated
Alabama
from
Sports Live broadcast,
CVCC with my
after a
associates
nice
in
long
medical
day,
assistant,
why
and I
not enjoy it with a
received
nice,
my
refreshing sorry?
certification from CVCC.
The
The
best
training
lemon
that I
lime
got
soda
from
around.
CVC and
Thank
being
you to
prepared
Starry
to come
and
and
Buffalo
do
Rock
clinicals helped
for our partnership
tremendously.
on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I started looking
Georgia
at
Alabama Sports
scholarships,
Live
and
wants
the
to say
investment
thank you to one of
scholarship
our
was
presenting
interesting to me
sponsors,
because
Buffalo
we did
Rock,
events to earn
and their
your
partnership with
scholarship,
everything
you
that
meet
we
people.
do. And
My
without
favorite
business
part
like
about my job
Buffalo
is
Rock,
meeting
we wouldn't be able to
patients
go
every day.
cover
They
softball,
will
volleyball games,
crack me up
every
every
type of
day.
high school sport you can think
They make
of,
my day
local college
better.
games,
I would
and
recommend
professional.
CVCC
So thank you
to
to those
anyone
businesses that
that
support us,
asks
and
because
specifically
of the
Buffalo
scholarships,
Rock.
the
And
teachers,
next time you're
the
watching a Georgia
small
Alabama
stuff
Sports
that
Live
you
broadcast,
can't get
after
at a
a nice
university.
long
They
day,
actually take the time
why not
for
enjoy it with a
each
nice,
student.
refreshing sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank
My
you to
name
Starry
is
and
Quintia
Buffalo
Perry,
Rock
and this
for our
is my
partnership on
CVCC
Georgia Alabama
story.
Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank
I've
you to one of our
graduated
presenting
from
sponsors,
CVCC
Buffalo
with my
Rock,
associates
and their
in medical
partnership with
assistant,
everything
and I
that we
received
do.
my
And without business
certification
like
from
Buffalo
CVCC.
Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball,
The
volleyball
training
games,
that I got from
every type of
CVC
high
and
school
being
sport you can
prepared to
think
come
of,
and do
local
clinicals
college
helped
games,
tremendously.
and professional. So
I
thank you to
started
those
looking at
businesses that
scholarships,
support us,
and the investment
specifically
scholarship was
Buffalo
interesting
Rock.
to me
And
because
next time
we
you're
did
watching the
events to
Georgia Alabama
earn
Sports Live
your
broadcast,
scholarship, and
after
you
a
meet
nice
people.
long day,
My favorite part
why not
about my
enjoy it with a
job
nice,
is
refreshing
meeting patients
sorry?
every day. They will crack me up every day.
The best lemon
They
lime
make my
soda
day
around.
better.
Thank you to
I would
Starry
recommend
and Buffalo Rock
CVCC to
for our
anyone
partnership on
that
Georgia
asks
Alabama Sports
because
Live.
of the
Georgia Alabama
scholarships,
Sports
the
Live wants to say
teachers,
thank you to
the
one of our
small
presenting
stuff that
sponsors,
you can't
Buffalo
get
Rock,
at a
and
university.
their
They
partnership
actually
with
take the time
everything that
for
we
each
do.
student.
And without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school
My
sport
name
you can
is
think of,
Quintia
local
Perry,
college
and this
games,
is my
and
CVCC
professional.
story.
So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically
I've graduated
Buffalo
from
Rock.
CVCC
And next time you're
with
watching
my
the Georgia
associates
Alabama
in
Sports Live
medical
broadcast,
assistant, and I
after a
received
nice
my
long day,
certification
why not enjoy
from
it with a nice,
CVCC.
refreshing sorry?
The training that I got from CVC and being
The best
prepared
lemon
to
lime
come and
soda
do
around.
clinicals helped
Thank you to
tremendously.
Starry and Buffalo Rock
I
for our
started looking at
partnership on
scholarships,
Georgia Alabama
and the
Sports
investment
Live.
scholarship
Georgia
was
Alabama
interesting to
Sports
me
Live wants to
because
say
you
thank
did
you to one of our
events to
presenting
earn
sponsors,
your scholarship,
Buffalo
you
Rock,
meet people.
and their partnership
My
with
favorite part
everything
about my
that
job
we do.
is
And
meeting
without
patients
business
every
like
day. They
Buffalo
will
Rock, we wouldn't be able to
crack me
go
up
cover
every day.
softball, volleyball games,
They make my day
every type
better.
of high school sport
I
you
would
can think
recommend
of, local
CVCC
college
to
games,
anyone
and
that
professional.
asks
So
because
thank you to
of the
those businesses that
scholarships,
support
the
us, and
teachers,
specifically
the small
Buffalo
stuff
Rock.
that
And
you
next time
can't
you're
get
watching
at
the
a
Georgia Alabama
university.
Sports
They
Live
actually take the
broadcast,
time
after
for
a
each
nice long
student.
day, why not enjoy it with a nice, refreshing sorry?
My
The
name
best
is
lemon lime
Quintia
soda
Perry,
around.
and this is
Thank
my
you to Starry
CVCC
and Buffalo
story.
Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I've
Georgia
graduated
Alabama
from
Sports Live wants to say
CVCC
thank you
with
to one
my
of our presenting
associates in
sponsors,
medical assistant,
Buffalo
and
Rock,
I received
and their
my
partnership with
certification
everything that
from
we do.
CVCC.
And without business like Buffalo
The
Rock,
training
we
that
wouldn't be
I
able to
got
go
from
cover
CVC and
softball,
being
volleyball
prepared to
games,
come and do
every type of
clinicals
high
helped
school sport you can
tremendously.
think of, local college
I started
games,
looking at
and
scholarships,
professional.
and the
So
investment
thank you to those
scholarship was
businesses that
interesting to me
support us, and
because we did
specifically
events to
Buffalo
earn
Rock. And
your
next time you're
scholarship,
watching
you
a
meet
Georgia
people.
Alabama Sports Live
My
broadcast,
favorite part about
after
my
a
job
nice
is
long day,
meeting patients every
why not
day.
enjoy it
They
with a nice,
will
refreshing
crack
sorry?
me up every day. They make my day better.
The
I
best
would
lemon lime
recommend
soda around.
CVCC to
Thank you to
anyone
Starry
that
and
asks
Buffalo Rock
because
for our
of the
partnership on
scholarships,
Georgia
the
Alabama Sports
teachers,
Live.
the
Georgia
small
Alabama
stuff
Sports
that
Live
you
wants to say
can't
thank you
get
to one
at
of our
a
presenting
university. They
sponsors,
actually take
Buffalo
the time
Rock,
for each
and their
student.
partnership with everything that we do. And without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball,
My name
volleyball
is
games,
Quintia
every
Perry,
type of
and
high
this
school
is my
sport you can think of,
CVCC
local
story.
college games and professional. So thank you to those
graduated
businesses that
from
support us, and
CVCC
specifically
with my
Buffalo
associate's
Rock.
in medical
And next time you're
assistant,
watching
and I
the Georgia
received
Alabama
my
Sports Live broadcast
certification
after a
from
nice
CVCC.
long day, why not enjoy it with a nice
The training
refreshing
that I got
story?
from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped
The
tremendously.
best lemon lime soda around.
I started
Thank you
looking
to
at
Starry
scholarships,
and Buffalo
and the
Rock
Ambassador
for our
Scholarship was
partnership
interesting
on
to
Georgia
me
Alabama
because
Sports Live.
you did events
Georgia
to
Alabama
earn
Sports Live
your
wants to say
scholarship,
thank you to
and
one of
you
our
meet
presenting
people.
sponsors,
My favorite
Buffalo
part about my
Rock,
job
and their
is
partnership
meeting
with
patients every
everything
day.
that we
They
do.
will
And without
crack
businesses
me up
like
every day.
Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be
They
able to
make my
go
day
cover
better.
softball, volleyball
I would
games,
recommend CVCC
every type of high
to
school sport you
anyone
can
that
think of,
asks
local
because
college
of
games,
the
and
scholarships, the
professional. So
teachers,
thank you to
the
those
small
businesses that
stuff
support
that
us,
you
and
can't
specifically
get at a
Buffalo
university.
Rock.
They
And
actually
next
take
time
the
you're
time
watching
out
a
for
Georgia
each
Alabama
student.
Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice, refreshing sorry?
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is
The
my
best
CVCC
lemon lime soda
story.
around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock
I've
for our
graduated
partnership on
from
Georgia Alabama Sports
CVCC
Live.
with my
Georgia Alabama
associates
Sports
in
Live
medical
wants to say thank
assistant,
you
and
to
I
one of our
received
presenting
my
sponsors,
certification
Buffalo Rock,
from CVCC.
and their partnership with everything that we do.
The
And
training
without
that I got
business
from
like
CVC and
Buffalo
being
Rock, we
prepared
wouldn't
to
be able
come
to
and
go
do
cover
clinicals
softball,
helped
volleyball
tremendously.
games, every type of
I
high
started
school
looking
sport
at
you can think of,
scholarships,
local
and the
college
Ambassador
games,
Scholarship was
and
interesting to me
professional.
because
So
you
thank
did
you to those
events to
businesses
earn
that support us,
your
and
scholarship,
specifically
and you meet
Buffalo
people.
Rock. And
My
next time
favorite
you're
part
watching
about
the
my
Georgia
job
Alabama
is
Sports Live
meeting
broadcast
patients every
after
day.
a
They
nice
will
long day,
crack me
why
up
not
every
enjoy it with a
day.
nice, refreshing
They make
sorry?
my day better. I would recommend CVCC to anyone
best lemon
that
lime
asks
soda around.
because of
Thank
the
you to Starry
scholarships,
and
the
Buffalo Rock
teachers,
for our
the
partnership
small
on
stuff
Georgia
that
Alabama
you
Sports Live.
can't get at
Georgia
a
Alabama
university.
Sports Live
They
wants to
actually
say
take the
thank you
time
to
out
one of
for
our
each
presenting
student.
sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo
My
Rock,
name
we
is
wouldn't be able to go
Quinteria
cover
Perry, and
softball,
this is my
volleyball
CVCC
games,
story.
every type of high school sport you can think of, local college
I've
games,
graduated
and
from
professional.
CVCC
So thank you
with
to
my
those businesses
associates
that
in
support us,
medical
and
assistant,
specifically
and I
Buffalo
received
Rock.
my
And next time you're
certification
watching a
from
Georgia Alabama
CVCC.
Sports Live broadcast after a nice long
The
day,
training that I got from
why not
CVC
enjoy it with a
and
nice,
being prepared
refreshing
to come
sorry?
and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started
The
looking at
best lemon
scholarships,
lime soda
and the
around.
Ambassador Scholarship
Thank you
was
to Starry
interesting to
and
me
Buffalo
because
Rock
you did
for our
events to
partnership
earn
on Georgia Alabama
your
Sports
scholarship.
Live.
and you
Georgia
meet
Alabama
people.
Sports Live wants
My
to say
favorite
thank
part
you to
about
one of
my
our
job
presenting
is
sponsors,
meeting patients
Buffalo
every
Rock,
day. They
and their
will
partnership with
crack me up
everything that
every
we
day.
do. And without
They make
businesses
my day
like
better.
Buffalo Rock,
I would
we wouldn't be able
recommend
to go cover
CVCC
softball,
to
volleyball
anyone
games,
that asks
every type of
because
high
of
school
the
sport you can
scholarships,
think of,
the
local
teachers,
college
the
games,
small
and
stuff that
professional.
you
So
can't
thank you to
get at
those
a
businesses that
university.
support us,
They
and
actually take the
specifically
time out for
Buffalo
each
Rock.
student.
And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice,
My name
refreshing
is
sorry?
Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story.
The best lemon lime soda around.
I've
Thank you to
graduated
Starry
from
and Buffalo Rock
CVCC
for
with
our
my
partnership
associates
on
in
Georgia Alabama
medical
Sports Live.
assistant, and I
Georgia Alabama
received
Sports
my
Live wants to say thank you to
certification
one of our
from
presenting
CVCC.
sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their
The
partnership
training that I
with
got
everything
from
that we
CVC
do.
and being
And
prepared
without
to come
business
and do
like
clinicals
Buffalo
helped
Rock,
tremendously.
we wouldn't be able to go cover
I
softball,
started looking at
volleyball games,
scholarships,
every
and the
type of
Ambassador
high school
Scholarship
sport
was
you can
interesting
think
to me
of, local
because
college
you did
games,
events to
and
earn
professional.
your
So
scholarship,
thank you to
and
those
meet
businesses
people.
that support us, and
My favorite
specifically
part about my
Buffalo
job
Rock.
is
And
meeting
next time
patients
you're
every
watching
day.
a Georgia
They
Alabama Sports
will
Live broadcast
crack me up
after a
every day.
nice long day,
They make my
why
day
not enjoy
better.
it with a nice,
I would
refreshing
recommend
sorry?
CVCC to anyone that asks because of the
The best
scholarships,
lemon lime
the
soda
teachers,
around.
the
Thank you to
small
Starry
stuff
and
that
Buffalo
you
Rock
can't
for
get
our
at a
partnership on
university.
Georgia
They
Alabama
actually
Sports
take
Live.
the time out
Georgia
for
Alabama
each
Sports
student.
Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do.
My name
and without
is
business
Quinteria
like
Perry, and
Buffalo
this is my
Rock, we wouldn't be able to
CVCC
go
story.
cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high
I've
school sport you
graduated
can
from
think of, local
CVCC
college
with
games,
my
and
associates in
professional.
medical
So thank
assistant,
you to
and
those
I
businesses
received
that
my
support us, and
certification
specifically
from
Buffalo Rock.
CVCC.
And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama
The
Sports Live
training that I
broadcast
got from
after a
CVC
nice
and being
long day,
prepared to come and do
why not enjoy it
clinicals
with a
helped
nice,
tremendously.
refreshing sorry?
I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship
The
was
best
interesting
lemon lime
to me
soda
because
around.
you did
Thank you to
events to
Starry
earn
and Buffalo
your
Rock
scholarship,
for our
and you meet
partnership
people.
on Georgia Alabama
My
Sports
favorite
Live.
part about
Georgia
my
Alabama
job
Sports
is
Live
meeting
wants to say
patients
thank you
every
to one of
day.
our
They
presenting
will
sponsors,
crack me
Buffalo
up
Rock,
every day.
and their partnership with
They make my day
everything that we
better.
do. And
I would
without
recommend
business
CVCC
like
to
Buffalo Buffalo
anyone
Rock, we would be
that
able to go
asks
cover
because
softball,
of the
volleyball
scholarships,
games,
the teachers,
every type of high school
the
sport you
small
can think
stuff
of,
that
local
you
college
can't
games,
get at a
and
university.
professional.
They actually take
So
the
thank you
time
to
out
those
for
businesses
each
that
student.
support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long
My name
day,
is Quintia
why not
Perry,
enjoy it
and
with a
this is
nice
my
refreshing
CVCC
story?
story. I've graduated
lemon
from
lime soda around.
CVCC with
Thank
my
you to Starry
associate
and
in
Buffalo
medical
Rock
assistant,
for
and
our
I
partnership
received
on Georgia
my
Alabama Sports Live.
certification
Georgia
from
Alabama Sports
CVCC.
Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting
The
sponsors,
training that I got
Buffalo
from
Rock,
CVC
and their
being
partnership
prepared to
with
come and do
everything that we
clinicals
do.
helped
And
tremendously.
without business like
I started
Buffalo
looking
Rock,
at
we wouldn't be able to go
scholarships, and
cover
investor
softball,
scholarship was
volleyball
interesting
games,
to me because
every type of
you
high
did
school
events
sport
to
you can
earn
think of,
your
local
scholarship,
college games,
and you meet
and
people.
professional.
My
So
favorite
thank
part
you to
about
those
my
businesses
job
that
is
support us, and
meeting patients
specifically
every day.
Buffalo
They
Rock.
will
And next time
crack
you're
me
watching
up
a
every
Georgia
day.
Alabama Sports Live broadcast,
They make my day
after
better.
a nice long day,
I would recommend
why not enjoy it
CVCC
with
to
a nice
anyone
refreshing
that
Sorry.
asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the
The
small
best lemon
stuff
lime
that
soda
you
around.
can't get
Thank
at
you
a
to Sorry
university.
and
They
Buffalo
actually
Rock
take the time
for our
for
partnership
each
on Georgia
student.
Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their
My name
partnership
is
with
Quintia
everything that
Perry,
we
and
do.
this is my
And without
CVCC
business
story.
like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball,
I've
volleyball
graduated
games,
from CVCC
every type of high
with
school
my
sport you can
associate
think
in
of,
medical
local college
assistant,
games,
and I received my
professional. So
certification
thank you to those
from
businesses that
CVCC.
support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock.
The training
and next
that I
time
got
you're
from
watching a
CVC
Georgia Alabama
and being
Sports Live
prepared to
broadcast
come and do
after a
clinicals
nice
helped
long day,
tremendously.
why not enjoy it
I
with a
started
nice
looking at
refreshing Sorry.
scholarships, and the investor scholarship was interesting to me because you did events
The best
to earn
lemon lime soda
your
around.
scholarship.
Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo
My
Rock
favorite
for
part
our
about my
partnership
job
on
is
Georgia Alabama
meeting
Sports
patients
Live.
every day.
Georgia Alabama
They
Sports
will
Live wants to say
crack
thank
me
you to
up
one of our
every day.
presenting sponsors,
They
Buffalo
make my day
Rock,
better.
and their
I would
partnership with
recommend
everything that we
CVCC
do.
to anyone
And without
that
business
asks
like
because
Buffalo
of the
Rock, we
scholarships,
wouldn't be able to
the
go
teachers,
cover
the
softball,
small
volleyball games,
stuff that you
every type of
can't
high
get
school
at a
sport you can think
university.
of,
They
local
actually take the
college
time
games,
for
and
each
professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama
My
Sports
name
Live
is
broadcast,
Quintia
after
Perry,
a
and
nice
this is
long
my
day,
CVCC
why not
story.
enjoy it with a nice refreshing Sorry.
I've graduated from CVCC with my
The best
associate
lemon lime
in
soda
medical
around.
assistant, and
Thank
I
you to Sorry
received
and
my
Buffalo Rock
certification
for our
from
partnership
CVCC.
on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports
The
Live
training
wants to
that
say
I got
thank you
from
to one of our
CVC
presenting
and being prepared
sponsors,
to come and
Buffalo
do
Rock,
clinicals helped
and their
tremendously.
partnership with everything that we do.
I started looking
and
at
without
scholarships,
business
and
like
the investor
Buffalo
scholarship
Rock,
was
we wouldn't be
interesting
able to
to me
go
because
cover
you did
softball,
events to
volleyball
earn
games,
your
every type of high
scholarship,
school
and you
sport
meet
you can
people.
think of, local
My
college
favorite part
games,
about my
and
job is
professional.
meeting
So
patients
thank you to
every
those
day.
businesses
They
that
will
support us, and
crack me
specifically
up every
Buffalo
day.
Rock. And next
They
time
make
you're
my day
watching a Georgia
better.
Alabama Sports Live
I would
broadcast,
recommend
after a
CVCC
nice
to
long
anyone
day,
that asks
why not enjoy it
because
with a
of
nice
the
refreshing
scholarships,
Sorry.
the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at
The
a
best
university.
lemon lime
They
soda
actually
around.
take the time
Thank you
for
to Sorry
each
and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting
My
sponsors,
name is
Buffalo
Quintia
Rock,
Perry, and this
their
is my
partnership with
CVCC
everything
story.
that we do. And without business like
I've
Buffalo Rock, we
graduated
wouldn't
from
be able to go
CVCC
cover softball,
with my
volleyball
associates
games,
in medical
every type of
assistant,
high school
and I
sport you can
received
think
my
of, local college
certification
games,
from
and
CVCC.
professional. So thank you to those businesses that
The
support us,
training
and
that I got from
specifically
CVC
Buffalo
and
Rock.
being
And
prepared
next
to
time
come
you're
and do
watching a
clinicals
Georgia Alabama
helped
Sports Live
tremendously.
broadcast, after a
I
nice
started
long
looking at
day,
scholarships,
why not
and the
enjoy it
investor
with a nice
scholarship was
refreshing
interesting to
Sorry.
me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you
The
meet
best
people.
lemon lime soda around.
My favorite part
Thank
about
you
my
to
job
Sorry
is
and Buffalo
meeting
Rock
patients
for
every
our
day.
partnership
They
on
will
Georgia Alabama Sports
crack
Live.
me up
Georgia
every day.
Alabama Sports Live wants to say
They make
thank
my
you
day
to one of our
better.
presenting sponsors,
I would recommend
Buffalo Rock,
CVCC to
and their
anyone
partnership
that
with everything
asks
that we
because
do.
of the
And
scholarships,
without
the
business
teachers,
like
the
Buffalo Rock,
small
we wouldn't be
stuff
able to
that
go
you
cover
can't
softball,
get at a
volleyball games,
university. They
every
actually
type
take
of
the
high
time
school
out
sport
for
you can
each
think of,
student.
local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock.
My name
and next
is
time you're
Quintia
watching
Perry,
the Georgia
and
Alabama
this is my
Sports Live broadcast,
CVCC story.
after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with
I've
a nice
graduated
refreshing
from
Sorry.
CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I
The best
received
lemon lime
my
soda around.
certification
Thank you to
from
Sorry
CVCC.
and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia
The
Alabama
training
Sports
that I
Live.
got from CVC
Georgia Alabama
and
Sports
being
Live
prepared
wants to
to
say
come
thank
and
you
do
to one of our
clinicals
presenting
helped
sponsors,
tremendously.
Buffalo Rock,
I
and
started
their
looking at
partnership with
scholarships,
everything
and the
that we
investor
do.
scholarship was
And without
interesting to me
business like
because you did
Buffalo.
Welcome to Glenwood, as we've got the Glenwood Gators taking on the Opelika Bulldogs. We're here in the first quarter, as it is a 9-9 score. The leading scorers, Micah Thomas has got 5 points. Tyler Sykes for Glenwood has got 4. The starters for Glenwood, Jadarian Holloway, also known as Swag, Levi Pender, Mason McCrane, River Baker, and Tyler Sykes. For Opelika, Micah Thomas, Cardace Wright, Brady McNally, JT Holloway, and Eli McNally. Pender is looking for Swag, and Opelika with the ball, 4:18 left to go here in this first quarter. Right. Swings it around. McNally. Little floater, no good. Rebounded by Pender. It's out to Makai Simpson. Simpson puts up a shot, and the Gators are retaking the lead 11-9. Right, top of the key. Swings it over. Three-pointer by McNally, no good. Nice pass inside and in. A good job by Omari Smith. And we are tied at 11. And we got ourselves a foul. Tyler Clarity checking into the game for Glenwood with 3:06 left to go. Swag. Stolen and put in by JT Holloway. So you got the Holloway combination there. JT Holloway going up against Jadarian Holloway. Sykes, no good. That's rebounded by Wright. Wright passes, McNally, and it's good. Opelika with a 15-11 lead. Tyler Sykes. Over to Swag. Looking for the spin move. And we got ourselves a foul. Jadarian Holloway, the lead scorer from last year's team that went to the Final Four. Lost to Bessemer Academy in the final year of the AISA. Levi Pender, one of the top shooters, got injured during the season. And who knows how far Glenwood could have gone, as Bessemer did lose to Lee Scott in the championship. We got Jermaine Brown, one of the top running backs on the Glenwood Gators team, checking into the game. As Swag makes 1 of 2 for his first points of the game, the sophomore. It's 15-12, Opelika on top. McNally over to Holloway. Holloway, no good. Thought he was fouled. It's going to go back to the Gators. Opelika 4-2 on the season, as they are a 7A school in one of the top areas in the state, with Central that went to the Final Four, Auburn that went to the quarterfinal, and Smith Station, also a top team that went to the playoffs a couple of years ago. There's Mason McCrane, gets his own rebound. McCrane up and in, count the bucket. Mason McCrane, the physicality getting that rebound and putting up the shot, has a chance to tie it for the Gators. Glenwood 3-0 on the season with wins against Notasulga, Valley, saw that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and Horseshoe Bend. McCrane misses. Rebounded by Holloway. Holloway inside, jumper. Good. That's Omari Smith. 17-14. Makai Simpson gets fouled. That's already 5 fouls for Opelika. Makai Simpson going to go to the line. Simpson makes the first. Opelika lost to Russell County last week, 64-56. As Simpson misses, makes 1 of 2. They beat Northside 69-44 and beat Lafayette, Benjamin Russell, and they beat Russell County to start the season. Shot no good, rebounded by McCrane. So 4-2 on the season. A loss to Dothan. Pender inside of McCrane. McCrane puts up a floater, no good. That's going to be a foul. Tony Fields wearing number 0. It was a non-shooting foul. Mark Shimbry checking into the game for Opelika. They swing it around. Back over to Moss. Moss, right. Pass. Nice pass to right, and a foul. 45 seconds left to go here in the first. Opelika leads Glenwood 17-15. Opelika is going to play Northgate tomorrow at the LaGrange Classic. And it's stolen by Jermaine Brown. Gives it over to Swag. Nice screen by Makai Simpson. Swag, top of the key. Simpson, up, no good. Opelika with a rebound. Also, Aaron Carter in the game. Oh, there's a shot. Long shot by number 10, Mark Shimbry. A three-pointer. And it is 20-15, and a steal. Shimbry, good. And a 5-0 run, and that's how Opelika closes out the quarter. They lead Glenwood 22-15, as we'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do.
From CVCC
and without business like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching the Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing story?
My favorite part about my job is
the best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to
will
Sorry and
crack me
Buffalo
up
Rock
every day.
for our partnership.
They make my day better.
Georgia
I would
Alabama Sports
recommend
Live wants to say thank you
CVCC
to one of our
anyone
presenting
that
sponsors,
asks because
Buffalo Rock,
scholarships,
and their
the
partnership with
teachers,
everything
the
that we
small
do.
stuff that
And without
you
business
can't get
like
at a
Buffalo
university.
Rock,
They
we wouldn't
actually
be able to
take the
go
time
cover
for
softball,
each student.
volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those
My name
businesses that
is
support us,
Quintia
and
Perry, and
specifically
this is my
Buffalo Rock.
CVCC
And next
story.
time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast,
I've
after a
graduated
nice
from
long day,
CVCC
why
with
not
my
enjoy it with a
associates
nice
in
refreshing
Start of the second quarter here on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. 22-8, 22-15, Opelika leading. They will get the ball. Tony Fields will inbounds it over to Cardis Wright. Wright swings it over to Simbry. And we got a whistle. All right, we'll go ahead and reset it. We wish everybody out there from Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, to you and your family, a happy Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving break. The kids are out of school, but the gym is packed, and we appreciate your support. As Opelika Lady Bulldogs defeated the Glenwood Lady Gators in the first game. First loss of the season for Glenwood. Little floater. Oh, what a shot by Cardis Wright. It's 24-15, a 9-point lead for Opelika. They are on a 7-0 run. River Baker checking into the game now for Glenwood. Tyler Sykes. Swag, triple teamed. Levi Pender. Sykes, he could shoot it if you give him room. Sykes with the screen. Here's Swag. Double team, splits the defenders, puts up a shot, and he'll be fouled. Almost went in for a three-point play. Swag is going to go to the line for two. Tyler Clarity checking into the game. Actually, he's not going to go to the line. I don't think that's going to be a non-shooting foul. I thought that he was in the motion of shooting. Clarity is going to inbounds it. Over to Sykes. Tyler Sykes off the glass. Offensive foul. That's an offensive foul. It's 24-15. Opelika with the ball. Cardis Wright takes it across the timeline. Back over to Simbry, who's got 5 points. Stolen by River Baker. Gives it over to Sykes. Clarity. Over to Pender. Sykes, top of the key. Clarity's got it. Pender driving the baseline. Triple teamed. Clarity for three. Rattles in and out. What a big rebound by Fields, and we've got a traveling violation on Opelika. Glenwood needs to find a way to stop the bleeding. Opelika's on a 9-0 run. Swag comes back into the game. Also checking into the game is number 24, Eli McNally, back into the game as a starter. Sykes, double team, pass to McCrane. McCrane puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Opelika. Cardis Wright takes it across the key, fires a three, good! Tony Fields. Opelika with a 12-point lead. Here comes Swag across the timeline. Looking for the screen, back to Tyler Sykes. Sykes, McCrane, Swag for three. No good, rebounded by Tyler Sykes. Sykes off the glass, going to the line for two. Opelika on a 12-0 run. As Glenwood just trying to cut into this lead. And he makes the first. And makes them both. It's a 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. Right. Right, top of the key. Back over to Moss. Swings it over to Wright. Over to Sembry. Sembry fires a three. Off the glass and in. Mark Sembry has got 8 points. The largest lead of the game for Opelika. It's 30-17. Swag double team. Spin move. Out of bounds off Glenwood. Opelika ball. What a crowd we have here at the pit, including the fans from Opelika making the trip down Highway 431 to be here. They lead 30-17. McNally, Semby gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Right now the leading scorer for Opelika is Mark Sembry coming off the bench. Opelika led by their head coach Wesley Button as Sembry misses. Glenwood led by their head coach Dusty Perdue, the Hall of Fame coach, 2024 class for the Chattahoochee Sports Hall of Fame. It's going to stay right here with Opelika. McNally going to inbounds it. Sembry. Sembry passes McNally. Takes it on top of the logo. Almost stolen. It's stolen by Swag. Swag, and he gets fouled. Fouls made on we got Caleb Baker coming into the game. It was A.J. Harris. McCrane over to Baker. River Baker. Sykes swings it over to Swag. Swag driving the lane, puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded. Shot, no good. Rebounded by Baker. Swag being guarded by Sembry. Stolen by Micah Thomas. His foot was on the line, and Glenwood is going to get the ball back with 4:13 left to go here in the second quarter. Opelika has outscored Glenwood 8-2. Sembry hears it from his teammates as he has been fantastic off the bench. Levi Pender across the timeline. Over to Swag. Swag guarded by McNally. That was intended for Makai Simpson, and it's going to go back to Opelika. Opelika 4-2 on the season so far. They have split the season series with Russell County. And they've lost to Dothan. Their only 2 losses of the season was Dothan and Russell County. They beat Lafayette, Benjamin Russell, and Northside. They will be in the LaGrange Classic tomorrow, taking on Northgate. Back home on Tuesday against Dothan, and then on Thursday taking on Benjamin Russell. By the way, they're hosting Glenwood December the 10th. 3-point shot attempt by McNally is no good, and here comes Glenwood pushing Pender. Swag. Spin move. Lost his dribble, staying with it. Over to Sykes. Pender for 3. No good. Rebounded by McNally. Puts it up. no good, no basket. It's on the floor. 3:18 left to go here in the second. Opelika will keep possession. Oh, that was a shot attempt. No good by Caleb Baker. And Glenwood with the possession. Swag with it, cross the timeline, over to Sykes. At the logo. Being guarded by Baker. Sykes, spin move. Sykes puts up a shot. He'll go to the line for two. Glenwood's just got to get aggressive. They got to draw fouls, and they got to go to the line because the shots are not falling. Hopefully they'll eventually fall when they get a transition bucket, but it's been very difficult as that foul shot is no good. Tyler Sykes, one of the top pitchers on the baseball team that won the state championship. He has received an offer to pitch at Columbus State University. So congratulations to Tyler Sykes. Also an outstanding offensive lineman on the football team. Three-pointer. Oh, what a three-pointer by Brady McNally. He's got 7 points. It's 33-18. Here's Holloway. Looking for the screen from Makai Simpson. Holloway's got a double team over to Sykes. Sykes doubled. Swag. Bounce pass to Makai Simpson. What a basket. Good assist by Swag. It's 33-20. Oh, and a block by Simpson. That was a clean block. Here comes Pender. Sykes thought about the three. Over to Simpson. Simpson, Euro step. Good! Count the bucket. And Makai Simpson will go to the line for the three-point play. That Euro step helped. So we got Jermaine Brown checking into the game for Tyler Sykes. Caleb Baker is going to check out for Opelika. Off the glass, no good. It's going to be rebounded by McNally. Micah Thomas, he's been quiet in the second quarter. McNally off the glass and in. Eli McNally, first 2 points of the game. It's 35-22. Here comes Swag. Takes it across the timeline, looking for the screen from Makai Simpson. Swag passes McCrane, Pender, pump fake, over to Simpson. Simpson thought about the three. Pender driving the baseline, passes to Simpson, turnover. Here comes a 2-on-2, 2-on-1. Up and reverse layup in by Cardis Wright. Largest lead of the game for Opelika. Holloway splits the defenders. Floater, no good. Rebounded by McCrane. Back out to Simpson. Pass to Jermaine Brown, and Mason McCrane there with cleaning up the glass for the tip in. But look out. And a big dunk by J.T. Holloway. It's 37-24, less than a minute to go until the half. Simpson thought about the three. Double teamed. Over to Brown. Bounce past McCrane. Spin move. Fouled. McCrane will go to the line. Mason McCrane, a three-sport star. He was a wide receiver for Coach Nelson for the Glenwood Gators this year. Also a pitcher, a first baseman, and one of the top hitters on Coach Fanning's baseball team that won 2 state championships. He's going to Auburn. McCrane makes the first. Glenwood taking on Opelika, a 7A school that is in one of the toughest regions in Alabama, toughest areas. Smith Station, Auburn, and Central. Little floater, 40 seconds. Holloway, jumper. Good second chance effort by Brady McNally. Gives it over to Wright, top of the key. Opelika could hold for the final shot. Stolen by Pender. Now Glenwood could hold for the final shot. Pender over to Swag. Swag. Makai Simpson wide open for three. No good. Fighting for it is McCrane and Wright, and it's a jump ball. It's going to stay right here with Glenwood with 16 seconds left to go. Don't forget, tomorrow, we got a Thanksgiving special. I know Chris is working on the graphic, the little turkey icon, as we've got Central Talbotton making their Georgia Alabama Sports Live debut, taking on Kendrick. Sykes off the glass, no good. McCrane trying to get the rebound. It's off Opelika with 10 seconds left to go. Swag will inbounds it. Looking. Pender. Pender, 7 seconds. Simpson, three. No good. Rebounded by McNally. 2 seconds. Bounce pass. Shot. Off the glass. No good. And that is the half. Opelika opened this up, and they lead by 14 over Glenwood, 39-25. As this game is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC up in Opelika. Also Columbus State University. And also CVCC, which they are playing right now against Selma, Zaxby's, Gordy Eye Care, and Pepsi. You know, keep playing that thrift commercial where he's drinking the Starry and the Pepsi. I'm definitely going to want one after seeing that commercial. All right, we'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're at the half. Opelika leads Glenwood 39-25 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. As this broadcast is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care, CVCC, Zaxby's, Pepsi, and Columbus State University. By the way, the Columbus State women's soccer team is in the quarterfinals, in the third round rather, taking on University of North Georgia this Sunday, 3 o'clock at the Walden Soccer Complex. As the Columbus State Cougars basketball team will be on the road against West Florida tomorrow. And the Lady Cougars, who lost to Tuskegee over the weekend, we'll get that schedule for you. Opelika. McNally, that foul before the shot. As Opelika gets the ball to start the second half. I did get confirmation from Jermaine Holloway, Swag's father, that JT and Swag are both cousins. Just wanted to make sure. JT Holloway and Jadarian Holloway. Three-pointer. No good by Brady McNally. Rebounded by Tyler Sykes. And here comes Swag across the timeline. Looking for the screen. Passes it over to Pender. All the starters in for Glenwood. Pender top of the key. Over to Baker. River Baker, top of the key. Looking for Tyler Sykes. Sykes trying to drive the lane. Spin move. Pivots. Looking. Swag. Open lane floater. No good. Tipped out by McCrane, but McNally was right there. Micah Thomas. Three-pointer is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Cardis Wright, who's got 7 points and the largest lead for Opelika. Swag with the spin. Bounce pass to Baker. Baker over the side. Holloway looking for a screen. Top of the key to Sykes. Sykes to Swag. Remember, no shot clock in Alabama. Pender splits the defenders. Passes it to Tyler Sykes in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded by Pender. Pender, step, off the glass. Rattles in and out. Fighting for every loose ball, but it's going to be Opelika's ball. With 6:32 left in the third. Glenwood is fighting hard, but this is a 7A school that they are facing that is in one of the toughest areas in the state of Alabama with Central, Auburn, and Smith Station. Pass inside. McNally, almost a dunk, but coming up with it is Aaron Carter. Over to Holloway, across the timeline. Holloway, open lane, puts it off the glass. Nice tip in by Mason McCrane. Micah Thomas, spin move, and it's good. McCrane trying to go for the block, but a good way for Opelika to respond after that bucket. River Baker splits the defenders. Over to Pender, the starting quarterback for the Glenwood Gators football team. Also played baseball. Baker, Swag, NBA range three, no good. Clarity, back over to McNally. McNally to McNally. Looking at the wrong roster. And that's going to be a foul on Glenwood. Brady McNally will go to the line for two. And McNally makes the first. In case you're wondering, the area games, Opelika, when they face Central, January the 7th, Auburn, January the 10th, Smith Station, January the 17th, they will all be on the NFHS network. Van Riggs on the call. Heard that from Van Riggs yesterday. They will be calling the area games. Almost stolen. That's going to stay with, that's going to go back to Opelika. In Opelika, they play Jag. They play Bob Jones. They take on Lynette. They take on the 4A Hanley over in Roanoke. They got a tough schedule, too. McNally, nice move. Little jumper off the glass and in. The glass is your friend. McNally using the glass. It's a 20-point lead for Opelika. McCrane, pass to Baker. Baker, spin move. Splits the defenders. Trying to get his own rebound. It's going to go to Opelika. Timeout on the floor. Opelika with a 20-point lead over the Glenwood Gators with 4:44 left to go here in the third. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice, refreshing Sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama.
We are back at Glenwood. Opelika with a 20-point lead. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. On this Thanksgiving break, Glenwood students out of school. Oh, what a play by Eli McNally. Largest lead of the game for Opelika. Swag being guarded by McNally. Got his pocket picked. A foul on Brady McNally. With 4:26 left to go here in the third. Last year, Opelika went 11-15 overall, 1-5 in the area. No easy task to be in the area with Central, Auburn, and Smith Station. Swag, what a move by Swag, and a tip in by Makai Simpson. 20-point lead. Thomas, spin move. Back out to Fields. Fields throws it in, no good. Rebounded by Baker. Just not strong enough. He was trying to go for the dunk, but just came up short. That's a moving screen on River Baker. Glenwood 3-0 on the season, taking on the 4-2 Opelika Bulldogs that have played a tough schedule. They have split 2 games with Russell County. They lost to Dothan. And that's going to be a foul on Jermaine Brown, and going to the line is going to be J.T. Hall. Actually, no, Mark Simbry. As some of the Opelika players we saw in the CB Hoops Perfect Practice Fall League, J.T. Holloway and Micah Thomas, they were playing for that independent team along with Swag. Sambry makes the first. It's 50-29, and he makes them both. Brown over to Swag. Being guarded by Sembry, who's been incredible off the bench. Over to Pender. Pender. River Baker. Baker back to Pender for 3. No good. Trying to fight for that rebound was Makai Simpson. Goes off of Opelika and back to Glenwood. So Glenwood is down 22 to a 7A school. They're going to play 3A teams. So this is really just a barometer to see where they stack up with some of the top teams in the Chattahoochee Valley. with Opelika being a 7A school. And that's what they want to do. They want to play tough opponents. Swag, little finger roll, no good. Rebounded by Holloway, his cousin. Back out, Sembry for three, no good. And Micah Thomas gets the rebound, and that's no good, and right to River Baker. To get ready for 3A play, you got to be battle tested, and that's what Glenwood has done by stacking the schedule. There's Makai Simpson. He'll go to the line for two. And these two teams will face each other up in Opelika on December the 10th. Remember, Glenwood takes on Notasulga next Tuesday right here at the pit. And then next Friday, they will take on Lynette. Makai Simpson makes the first. And JT Holloway hears it from the bench. Simpson misses the second. Mark Sembry driving the lane, puts up a reverse layup, no good. What a rebound, though, by Carson Moss. Three-pointer is good by Tony Fields from NBA range. And it's a 24-point lead for Opelika. That's going to go back to Opelika, a costly turnover. It has been all Opelika in this game. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Makai Simpson as Tony Fields took that shot. Simpson thought about the three, and he traveled. Ball goes back to Opelika. Opelika will travel up to LaGrange, which is actually not far from where they are. They just go on 85. They'll be in the LaGrange Classic. Take it on Northgate. Shot by Fields, rebounded by Simpson, or Jermaine Brown. Simpson with it, now Pender. Levi Pender off the glass and in. Good to see Levi Pender in the action. One of the top shooters on last year's team before he got injured. And then we were able to see him recover from that injury and play baseball. And then, of course, he was the starting quarterback that took over for two-year starter Dallas Crow. Got some former Glenwood Gators in the building as it is Thanksgiving break. I recognize them, but I'm not going to call them out by name. We just appreciate that this is a pretty good crowd because it is Thanksgiving week. All the kids are out of school. Mark Sembry makes the first. And Sembry makes them both. Mark Sembry has been tremendous off the bench. He's got 12 points off the bench. Glenwood Gators, first year in the AHSAA, went to the Final Four last year, lost to Bessemer Academy in the final year of the AISA. Pender, back over to Swag. Swag passes it to Baker. Baker double teamed. Jermaine Brown got his own rebound and he traveled. He went up for a shot and caught it, and the ref called a traveling. 1:31 left to go here in the third. Fields, guarded by Pender. Good screen by Moss. Bounce pass to Smith and jump ball. What a play by Swag to get his hand in there and get the jump ball. It's going to come back to Glenwood. Big crowd here at the pit. Got fans from Opelika to my right. And, of course, the Glenwood Gator fans have taken time out of their Thanksgiving break to come here to support the Gators. In a rare afternoon start, the girls started at 3:30. Swag over to Pinder. Pinder bounce pass to Baker. Baker trying to split defenders, puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Moss. Less than a minute to go here in the third. Selby. Nice pass, and he could not get it, but he does finally get the tip in by Caleb Baker, and it's 58-32. Baker, Simpson, no good, and Baker and Simpson hit the floor with 28 seconds left to go. They'll be interested to see how this Opelika team faces Auburn, Central, and Smith Station. I think that this Opelika team has improved from their 11-15 record last season. Of course, I remember Opelika when they were in 6A with Russell County. 2021, I called some of the games, public address announcing. Roman Gagliano was on that team. He was only a sophomore back then. Caleb Baker makes the first. It was actually the second appearance for Opelika on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Last year we did Smith Station Opelika football. Myself and Michael Long Jr. on the call. 60-32. That was clean. Pender, front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Baker. Opelika could hold for the final shot here in the third. Fields reverses his layup. Dives into the pad. 6 seconds. Back to Glenwood with 3.9 seconds left to go. Probably need to get a design play to get a shot off. But you know, playing a 7A school, they are playing just to play tough. Oh, that almost went in by Levi Pender. And that's the end of the third quarter. We got one more quarter to go here at the pit. Opelika leads Glenwood 60-32. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you to those businesses that support us, and specifically Buffalo Rock. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast after a nice long day, why not enjoy it with a nice refreshing Sorry? The best lemon lime soda around. Thank you to Sorry and Buffalo Rock for our partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock, and their partnership with everything that we do. And without businesses like Buffalo Rock, we wouldn't be able to go cover softball, volleyball games, every type of high school sport you can think of, local college games, and professional. So thank you.
Boy, I tell you, Chris, thrift really gets you wanting to drink a Starry. Every time I see that commercial with Thrift taking a sip of the Starry and the Pepsi, it makes me want to grab one. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We got one more quarter to go, and we're having fun here on this Thanksgiving week. We hope that you have a great Thanksgiving break. Almost stolen. Baker. Pass. Corner. Back out. Fields. Baker. Almost blocked. Rattles in and out. What a play by Carson Moss with the putback. It's back to a 30-point lead for Opelika. I tell you, it is early in the season. Glenwood will bounce back from this. They know that they don't have to face Smith Station. Oh, Mason McCrane with a jam. Smith Station is a 7A school. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Tyler Sykes. I just think that for Glenwood to face a 7A school, this is really what they want to get ready for 3A play. And that's stolen by Carson Moss. Moss over to Fields. Corner, three, no good. McCrane trying to get the rebound, and that's going to stay right here with Opelika. And checking into the game is Gray Garner, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the younger brother of Griff Garner. If he's a cousin, you could correct me on the feed. Griff Garner played for the Glenwood Gators last year, went on to graduate. Tony Fields, back to a 30-point lead. McCrane, off the glass and in. Well, Glenwood will try to, off the front of the iron, no good. Garner with the rebound, over to Pender. Glenwood will try to regroup and get ready for Notasulga next Tuesday, right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then we'll have the game on Friday against Lynette as Tyler Sykes and one. Tyler Sykes, one of those three-sport athletes, was the offensive lineman for Coach Nelson on the football team that went 9-1. Starting pitcher for Coach Fanning on the baseball season. Going to play baseball at Columbus State University. 64-39. Glenwood would love to cut this to 20. I think that Glenwood just fighting. You were down by 30, but they're going to try to still play hard until the whistle. Well, for one thing I know, a coached Purdue team is going to play hard until the whistle. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. He's an outstanding coach. Three-pointer is good by Tony Fields, having himself a day off the bench. Pender over. I'm trying to see who that is. Number inside, lost it. Back out to Selby. Selby, no good. Trying to fight for the rebound. Yeah, that was Clarity that came in. That Clarity now has the ball. Over to Garner. Foul on Opelika. It'll be on Tony Fields with 3:52 left to go here in this game. Please like and subscribe to the Facebook channel and YouTube channel. Hey, Cam White is in the building. A big shout out to Cam White, who played. He had big-time shots last year. As Mason McCrane, I tell you, Cam White, like in the Border Wars, had some big-time shots. There's a three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by McCrane. Of course, Cam White plays football at Huntington College. Sister Emerson White plays on the Lady Gators. His dad, Matthew White, called a game with me. Pender off the glass and in. Count the bucket. Glenwood is fighting here with 3:03 left to go with a running clock. I know that with these afternoon games, I know everybody here is just happy that we can go get something to eat after this. And it won't be too late. Pender with a three-point play. Timeout, Opelika. 67-44. The Opelika Bulldogs lead with 2:45 left to go in this game. We would like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC up in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Thrift and I did the show in the showroom as they support everything Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Also, Gordy Eye Care, Griff Gordy, Central Red Devils quarterback that won the state title in '93. Well, his Central Red Devils are in the state championship against Thompson December the 4th up in Birmingham. We've got Chattahoochee Valley Community College. You know, they're playing right now against Selma. We've got Columbus State. How about the Columbus State soccer team making it to the third round of the NCAA playoffs? They will be facing against North Georgia on Sunday at the Walden Soccer Complex. And Pepsi. You know, Chris, keep running those Starry and Pepsi commercials. I just get thirsty every time Thrift takes a sip of that. And then, of course, Zaxby's. Judson Humphreys and everything that Zaxby's does is to support. Clarity, rebound, Pender, McCrane, tip drill. McCrane off the glass. He'll go to the line. Glenwood's playing tough. But Glenwood will fall to 3-1. This is one of those losses where they realize Opelika is a 7A school. They will play them again, December the 10th. I think this is really the barometer to see your level of play in the AHSAA, because they'll play 3A schools when it comes time to area play, including Lee Scott Academy, which is the defending AISA champions. That's going to go back to Glenwood. And mark my words, we will have every area game, definitely the ones at home, possibly the ones on the road, on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, including Lee Scott Academy. Sykes. And that is good. Count the bucket. I tell you, if Glenwood could get it to 20 points, I'll tell you, that is something you could build off of. This was a 30-point game, and it's now 21. This was close in the first quarter. Opelika led 22-15. It was tied at 15. But Opelika, being a 7A school, they have a lot of depth. Back out. Sykes, three. Front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Garner. Garner with a steal. Opelika, Selby, tip drill, foul. 48 seconds, and with a running clock, he'll go to the line for two. But I think that's going to do it here with 36 seconds left to go. Chris, it's great to be back. I know me and Thrift were in Statesboro for the past 3 days. I know I'm excited to see your smiling face. I can't wait for your Crazy Chris takes on Unsolicited Hot's Take with Thrift Behringer. I know that you are just dying to talk about the Falcons and how they're going to end up beating the Chargers next Sunday. All right, 6 seconds. Pender. McCrane tips it in. It's 18-point lead for Opelika, but that will do it. Well, Glenwood did come back. They were down by 30. They cut it to 18, but the Opelika Bulldogs get the victory. Final score 67-49. Opelika goes to 5-2 on the season. Glenwood goes to 3-1. Don't forget that we will see you tomorrow at Kendrick High School at 6 o'clock for Kendrick Central Talbotton. Excited about that. First time in the Kendrick Gym on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then also the debut of Central Talbotton on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Want to thank Chris Gates, one of the top producers in the Valley. There's no question about that. He just is a Swiss Army knife, even does play-by-play. If you had your extra headset, man, we could have called this game together. Hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your break. I know the kids will be excited about coming back to school next week. But we'll be back in this gym next Tuesday, Glenwood and Notasulga. Have a great night. Don't forget, we also have the Muskogee County Coaches Show on Wednesday. We've got the CVCC Coaches Show on Wednesday as well. We've got the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Thanksgiving edition on Thanksgiving, and then Hardaway and Calvary on Friday. Thank you once again, and have a great rest of your night, and we will see you next time.